DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is about preparing for more than you actually need. Now, I know this one, some of you may be listening to this and thinking, well, Dre, shit, the biggest challenge I got right now is I have less than I actually need. And if I could prepare for more, then I would prepare for more. Well, let me address that. First of all, here's the reason why you prepare for more than you actually need. Because there will be times when things that were going smoothly stop going smoothly. Times when things are working and then they stop working. Times when you might have started to get complacent because things were going a certain way for a while and then all of a sudden they're not, and you get caught off guard. You get caught, with your pants down, so to speak, as they say, with your hand in the cookie jar, and now all of a sudden you gotta make up for some extra that you didn't think you would have to make up for. But here's the point. For any of you who's in a position right now where you have less than you need, and you're like, well, Dre, I like the idea, but I ain't even in a position to even think about that. I'm telling you, you need to be thinking about it anyway, because when you do get to the point that you have what you need, let's say you catch up, which I think all of you eventually going to catch up as long as you're working on your game and you are positively intentioned about this and you actually take some action towards it. You're following the things I'm talking about in these videos. You eventually are going to catch up and get back at least to a neutral point. You want to get to where you have excess, to where you have more than what you need, where you have a surplus, and you want to maintain that surplus so that if and when things change in the future, and they will change in the future, you're not caught off guard ever again. And here's the thing that really matters. Right now, if you're behind, you shouldn't be aiming to get to even. You should be aiming to get way ahead. Your aims, this is about your goals, your targets in the first place. Your target shouldn't be, like right now, if you're $1,000 in debt, you shouldn't be aiming to get back to, you shouldn't be aiming to make $1,000 so you could be at zero. You should be aiming to make $10,000 so you got $9,000 surplus. And you can take care of everything else, then you got some money left over. It's preparing for more, again, than you actually need. You want to be way ahead so you always have extra, and then you can do extra with that extra and still have extra. You always want to have extra that you don't even need, because as the saying goes, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I'm using money as an example here, but we use this for basically anything. For example, I have a daily podcast that I put out, and I do these daily motivation videos here on YouTube. Anytime that I record, I always record more than one episode of my podcast. So when I record, I'm usually like 30, 40, somewhere, sometimes even 60 or 70 episodes up. Meaning whatever day it is, I got 70 more episodes recorded already that I don't even have to record for 70 days if I don't want to. The episode's going to keep coming out. When it comes to these daily motivations, I'm probably a month or two ahead when it comes to when I record these as opposed to when they actually come out, because I know one's coming out every day. So if I record 2 of these videos a day, then every day I'm picking up an extra day. You get what I'm saying? So this is about doing the extra and having that surplus in place. When I was an athlete, for example, my sport was basketball. I always tried to do training that was outside of what the actual demands of basketball so that playing basketball would be easy. So I live in Miami. There's no hills in Miami. This is a pretty flat land. But I would always try to do some kind of incline training. I would try to get some kind of incline. So there's some man-made hills, or there may be a bridge or something, and I would do sprints going up the hills or going up the bench, whereas there's no uphill running in basketball. Everything is on a flat surface, the basketball court. But if I could sprint up a hill, then how easy is it to sprint on a regular court that's flat? Easy. Or I used to have this speed parachute. Speed parachute is a parachute that you can strap around your waist, and then when you ran and you sprinted, the parachute, of course, creates resistance. So you're sprinting and you got the wind resistance of the parachute. So if you could sprint with a parachute on, how easy is it to sprint when you take the parachute off? So that was another thing I did. I remember once I bought a weighted vest. I had like this 50-pound weight vest, and I would sometimes do drills with the weighted vest on. I would do like defensive slides and running up hills and sprints with the weighted vest on, even with the parachute and the weighted vest. The whole point is I was preparing for more than I was actually going to need to do. So when I got into the game, the stuff that the game asked for was much easier. I remember reading or hearing somebody say that Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, when he would train for a fight, he would get in the sparring ring and he would do like a 6-minute round, not 6 minutes. He would do an 18-minute round of sparring, and every like 2 or 3 minutes, a different fighter would come in the ring. So let's say he had 18 minutes on the clock. Now, you know, a round in boxing is 3 minutes. So it'd be 6 rounds of sparring, but he wouldn't stop. He would stay in the ring the whole time. But after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, he'd have all these boxers sitting there ready. One boxer would come in, he would box them for 2 minutes. Then the bell would ring. Another boxer would come in, he would box them for 2 minutes. And then he would just keep doing that for 18 minutes straight. He would never take a break, while all the other boxers are just coming in fresh every 2 minutes. So he was fighting a fresh boxer for 2 minutes every 2 minutes. And that was getting him ready and getting him in shape for the fight. So then when he got in the fight and he only had to go for 3 minutes, well, 3 minutes is nothing if you're used to going for 18 minutes, right? So, and against a fresh person every 2 minutes. He was not fresh. He was just going off his own energy. So these are the kind of things, I'm just giving you different examples from different areas. These are the kind of things that you want to be doing so that you are over prepared for whatever circumstance you may come across. Because again, you never know what the circumstance is going to be. But if you're prepared, that preparation is part of the discipline, and the discipline leads to confidence. So a lot of people want to be more confident at what they do because they believe, and they are right in this, they believe that more confidence is going to help them perform at a higher level. You're right, it will. But where does that confidence come from? The confidence comes from the discipline of knowing that you've done the work. And when you know you've done more work than actually is going to be asked of you, then the confidence is in abundance. And that usually, assuming that you have some skills, leads to a higher level of performance. So with all that said, that's today's daily motivation. I send out a text message intermittently to have you focused, sharp, and on point. Also, you can text me at my number and ask me questions, share challenges with me. Text me at my number, 305-384-6894. You'll be getting text messages from me. We'll confirm you immediately, and then you'll be able to text with me because I do read those messages. I do reply to the messages. Secondly, make sure you comment on this video. Let me know the best insight and best action step you took from what you heard in this vid. Leave that down in the comment section here on YouTube. Work on Your Game University. That's where I do all my coaching, all my high-level trainings, all my courses. All of that is in one place. Again, it's called Work on Your Game University. That's the only place I coach anybody. So any of you want to be coached by me, you can schedule a time to get on a call with me or somebody on our team. Again, that's at workonyourgameuniversity.com. And make sure you do all the YouTube stuff while you're here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video, and go out there and have a great day. Make sure you stop the video by accident. Make sure you're implementing the stuff that we're talking about here and work on your game. Dre all day.